if justice is for all.
You're absolutely right.
Well, we thank you very much for your opinions and comments. We wish you the well, and thanks for calling us and giving it your opinion, and we're glad to hear from you anytime.
Yeah, anytime in the future on any subject, John Paul, you're very welcome on this program.
And have a great day. Thank you.
I love justice.
It is interesting. Some people think that Ms. Lohan's being taken advantage of, and some people think she's getting off light.
Come on, let's get real about what's going on.
I'm just saying what some people think. Some people think this. Some people think that. I don't know what you think, but
we all have to have. We all know that we're not supposed to get ripped and drive, and we all know that we're not supposed to steal. I mean, these are taught you from the age of 2. To keep getting caught, maybe it's because she's a celebrity, or maybe she just doesn't give a damn. I don't know.
The question is beyond getting caught. The question becomes, what's the sentence? And I think that's
easy. But let's move on to
gone.
Let's move on to something that I think is pretty interesting.
Really?
Yeah, there's a lawsuit now in New York City. A 4-year-old has filed suit with her mother acting as the guardian ad litem against the preschool, which have put her in a 2-year-old class, claiming that instead of the 4-year-old class.
Well, now we're getting somewhere.
Claiming, which I thought was pretty interesting, claiming that this is the suit quotes a news article about the importance of a good early start education. No sooner than getting a child into an Ivy League school starts in nursery school, and that she was dumped in this class, et cetera, and they want her tuition back, and for getting, quote, the wrong education, the bad education.
Well, maybe
this is as bad as...
Maybe she's got a better chance of getting into Harvard this way than the other way.
This is as bad as that judge who went to the tailor and got a pair of pants ruined and sued him for millions and millions of dollars. Come on, Mom, you're spending all this money on the private school. Get involved in the school. Tell the teachers about it. Tell the administration about it. Why the heck you're suing because you think your kid's got a bad education? You're suing because they're not helping you out. There's something wrong here. If everybody who thought they were getting a lousy education filed a lawsuit, we'd spin her in.
Oh, everybody would file a lawsuit.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't?
Well, I got a great education.
Where?
I went to the regular public schools.
I went to Hollywood High School.
Well, you were a richer aristocratic kid.
Hollywood High School?
I couldn't have Hollywood in front of my name.
Hollywood High School?
I had Westchester.
No, wait a second. What's the problem with Hollywood?
Nothing. It's just where all the rich people are.
In Hollywood?
Oh, yeah.
Not when I was in Hollywood. Good gosh.
Well, but I think this is a lot like the hot cup of coffee situation that people sue because they got a little hot coffee spilled on them. Now, I know there are lots of differences there.
Two schools of thought. Folks, we've got to take a little bit of a break. When we come back, we'll be taking your calls at 1-800-405-4222.
Before we go to break, if
Yes?
you have a son or daughter going to a private school and you think they're getting a lousy education and you want to sue the school, call us in and give us the other side of the story. To me, it seems like poppycock.
A new word for everybody's thought. When we come back, you'll be calling us at 1-800-405-4222. Ralph here, Steve,
Wait, maybe
Solomon.
Maybe poppycock is because it's a nursery school that charged her all that money, but
we'll talk about it some more when we come back.
That would be pottycock.
We're getting worse and worse. We'll see in a little bit. We're back. Ralph here, Steve, Solomon. We're the Legal Help Live team, and we're here to answer your legal questions. We've got a lot of people on the phone who want to talk to us. How about if we go to Fanny on the phone?
Right.
Fanny, come on and talk to us. Okay.
Hello.
You're up,
Hello?
Fanny.
You're on the air.
Yes, I wanted to know, my son's girlfriend's brother and the cousin killed him, and they had him in jail for murder, but they didn't have enough evidence to keep him there. And I know his girlfriend had something to do with it, and I want to know if there's a civil case that I can sue them on.
Did this happen in California? Fanny,
Where did the murder take place?
The murder took place in Inglewood.
Okay.
All right.
So, yes, there is. For those of you, there is a civil case. It's separate and apart from the criminal case. In the criminal case, the district attorney had to determine whether they could prove this case beyond a reasonable doubt, which basically means whether or not, after presenting all the evidence, they felt that they could convict the person because there was no doubt based on reason. In the civil case, it's just, there's a different standard. It's a preponderance of the evidence. If this is a scale, and the scale leans a little bit in your favor, then you can win. Whether or not you'll ever collect the judgment or not is another question, but you do have a civil case. You may have a statute of limitation, which means you got to sue, and might be as short as 1 year. It may be longer, but you got to assume that it might be as short as 1 year.
Fanny, when did this happen?
This happened March 25th, 07.
March 07.
Has he been in custody the whole time, or?
They let him out because they said they knew he did it, but they didn't have enough evidence to keep him in for murder, both of the guys.
When did they let them out?
I think we went to court like three different times, and the last time we went, they said they didn't have enough evidence to keep him on.
But this was 07 and 08, is that what we're talking about?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you may well have waited too long to sue, but someone needs to look at all those papers and to see the time, see whether or not you've got a lawsuit left because you haven't filed it on time. The South Bay Bar Association, that's not... Do you live in the Inglewood area?
Yes.
Okay, well, the South Bay Bar Association, and that you can get that online or through the operator. They have a referral service, and tell them you want to have a consultation with an attorney who does personal injury work, and then they'll give you an appointment, and you'll see them in the office, look over the papers, and they'll tell you whether or not you've waited too long. But if you asked me this question in 07 or 08, you might be in a much better position. But